Psalm 16:11. You make known to me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. So, people of God, as you stay with God in constant communication with God, as you carry the presence of God, because you have become in sync with God, you will realize that the presence of God will bring you joy. So, no matter the cares of life, no matter the ups and downs of life, no matter what come your way, you will realize that you are in a place of joy in God. You are not joyful because of what is going on around you, but you have a sense of joy on the inside of you, that in the midst of a storm, you feel a sense of joy on the inside, because there is a difference between happiness and joy. And the difference between happiness and joy is that joy comes from the Lord, and the joy of God is on the inside of you, and it is not predicated upon your life circumstance. No matter what you are going through in life, be it a storm, be it a trial, whatever trouble come your way, people of God, you are content on the inside, and you are at peace in God, knowing that God Himself, who is your Father, is taking care of whatever situation that is, and that you know without any shadow of doubt that God will come through for you. You know without the shadow of doubt that you are coming up higher, that you are coming up on top of that situation, that victory is yours, that the Lord of the breakthrough is bringing you the breakthrough that you need, and everything is going to turn around for your good. So, people of God, it is very crucial in these end times, living in a society and in a world of civil unrest and so many things going on around us. It is very imperative to stay in joy. So, in order for you to stay in joy, you have to carry the presence of God. You have to seek the presence of God at all times. Happiness does not last, but joy is from the Lord, and joy is a gift from God, and joy lasts. But happiness basically comes from whatever circumstance is going on in your life. If whatever is going on in your life is positive, then you experience happiness. Happiness is man-made, and it does not last forever. People of God, I'm not saying happiness, there's anything wrong with happiness, but with happiness, you must have the joy of God, because the joy of God is on the inside of you, that no matter what you are faced with in life, you can face it knowing that you are not facing that alone, that God is with you, and that you are coming out victorious. So, people of God, another benefit of staying in the glory of God and in the presence of God, staying in prayer, is peace. As you stay before the Lord, as you seek the presence of God, people of God, you will find out that God Himself will give you peace that surpasses all understanding, that no matter what is going on in your life, you will be at rest in God, you will be at peace in God. The Word of God says here in Isaiah 26:3, you will keep in perfect peace those whose mind are steadfast, because they trust in you. So, people of God, if you stay in faith in God, if your mind stays on God, I am here to tell you that God Himself will give you perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. That you will be going through things in life, and people will say, well, look at so and so. They don't even look like what they're going through. They are smiling, they are laughing. Are they not the ones experiencing this, that, and that? Well, it's because you are resting in God. It is because you carry the presence of God, and God Himself, the perfecter of life, is bringing you perfect peace, that whatever you are going through does not move you, it does not shake you. Because, people of God, one trick of the enemy is to throw things your way so that you would live in a place of fear, so that you would live in a place of doubt. But people of God, stand on the word of God, and that is why it is very imperative for you to be a student of the word of God, for you to study your word, to show yourself approved, and for you to study your word, people of God, so that you will be able to meditate on the word of God. You will know how to go and combat with the enemy when the enemy come against you. So no matter what the enemy throw your way, trying to cause you to doubt, trying to cause you to live in fear, you are going to cast down all thought and imagination, and you are going to stand on the word of God, because the word of God is on the inside of you. As you read the word of God and meditate on the word of God day and night, you will be able to tell the enemy, you'll be able to tell the devil, it is written that God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. People of God, yes, that is what you're going to tell the enemy. So that is one of the benefits staying in the presence of God, that all fear is taken away from you. 2 Timothy 1:7, that you will be able to declare that God has not given you a spirit of fear. So people of God, you will understand the fact that we do not walk by sight, but by faith. So you will not go by life circumstance, but your faith will be in God. Nothing will be able to move you. You will not doubt, knowing that God is who He said He is, and God will do whatever He tell you He will do. People of God, God is not a God that will fail you. So far, people of God, we have talked about joy. We have talked about peace in God. We have talked about fear, not having fear. So these are some of the benefits that you experience as you bask yourself in the glory of God and in the presence of God, seeking the presence of God at all times. People of God, there's another thing that is very important as well, and that is, people of God, in the presence of God, you will have security in God. You will feel secured in God. Why? Because God is the King of glory. He is the creator of heaven and earth. And in God, there is nothing that you shall want if you are a true child of God. So God is a burden lifter as well. So if you stay in the presence of God, your burdens will be lifted by God.